Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to share my exact strategy for targeting competitor brand names on Google Ads. This is the same approach that helped me achieve a 5.4 ROAS in the last 30 days in one of our competitor ad groups. In fact, this strategy allowed me to grow our top impression share to 97% and our absolute top impression share to over 50% of our competitors' brand keywords. That means that in more than half the cases when people search for our competitor's brand name, our ad appears at the very top. And we're achieving this at higher than average ROAS compared to other search campaigns in this account. So today I'm going to share everything from how to find competitors to target, how to target them, campaign structure, bidding, and how to write impactful ad copies targeting your competitors' brand names. Additionally, I created a list of my top 10 irresistible Google Ads headlines that you can also use with your competitor ads. You can download the list for free using the link in the description. If you find this video helpful, please support it with a like, a comment, subscribe for more valuable videos on Google Ads, and without further ado, let's dive into the strategy. Number 1. Find competitors to target. Before we get into the details, it's important to briefly discuss how to find competitors to target. Chances are you already know a few competitors that keep you up at night, the ones that share your target audience. Start with them, but if you want to expand your list, here's where you can look. Check your auction insights. Check your auction insights report for your existing campaigns. This will show competitors who are actively bidding in the same auctions as you. Use Google search. Of course, you can manually search your top performing search terms on Google and see which competitors appear in sponsored placements. Or if you're not in the location you're targeting, use tools like iSearchFrom.com or a VPN to view search results for your targeted locations. The key is to only target competitors who are actively competing with you in your auctions or who you're confident share the same target audience. Otherwise, you're just wasting your budget. After going through these steps, you'll have a long list of competitors, but not every competitor is worth targeting. Later in the video, we will cover exactly how to choose which competitors to target and which ones to avoid. Number 2. Set up your competitor campaign. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to your campaign structure. This strategy is not a one-size-fits-all blanket strategy where you can target all your competitors in one ad group. Instead, you need an approach where each competitor gets its own tailored ad copy. So here's the campaign structure I recommend. First, create a separate competitor campaign. Set up a dedicated campaign specifically for competitor targeting. This allows you to allocate a separate budget and bidding for your competitor campaign. Second, create individual ad groups for each competitor. Each ad group should focus on just one competitor. The reason behind having individual ad groups is pretty straightforward. It ensures your ads are as relevant and appealing as possible. Remember, every competitor is different, so tailoring your messaging specifically to each competitor's unique audience will significantly improve your results. We will dive deeper into exactly how to create these effective ads later in this video. Each ad group should include 2 keywords, one exact match of your competitor's brand name and one phrase match of your competitor's brand name. It's important to note that while targeting competitor brand names is allowed under Google's policies, you should not include them in your ad copy, especially if they're trademarked. If you're targeting a specific product or specific product category from your competitor, then you need to apply the same logic, but instead of using just brand name, you're going to also use the name of the product or product category. For example, brand name watches. Each ad group should have 2 ads specifically tailored to that competitor, but we'll discuss your ad copy in a bit. Number 3, choose the right bidding strategy. Choosing the right bidding strategy is extremely important because if you choose the wrong one, you'll lead the algorithm in the wrong direction. I recommend using maximize conversions or maximize conversion value as your bidding strategy. You'll find different recommendations online. Some suggest maximize clicks while others propose target impression share. However, These strategies focus on getting the cheapest traffic and cheapest impressions, which translate into lower CPMs and CPCs. But if your business goal is conversions, whether it's sales or leads, then you need to steer Google in that direction. Yes, when using maximize conversions, your CPCs will likely be higher than with a target impression share strategy, for example, but the quality of your traffic will be significantly higher, leading to better performance at the end of your conversion funnel. Google knows which users are most likely to purchase when searching for your competitors' brand names versus those who are just in the searching phase or have no buying intent at all. Advertisers understand that high intent traffic is more valuable, and as a result, competition for these clicks is stronger. This makes them more expensive, but it doesn't mean that you should avoid competing for this traffic. Instead of being scared by higher CPCs, focus on figuring out what actually converts rather than chasing cheap, low-quality traffic. Ultimately, you need to ask yourself, is my goal traffic or is it conversions? If it's conversions, I strongly recommend using maximize conversions or maximize conversion value as your bidding strategy. Before we move on to the ad copy, I wanted to mention that the competitor campaign is a testing campaign, and its goal is to find competitor ad groups that are profitable for you so that eventually you can integrate them into your core search strategy or your core search campaign. Usually, for most accounts, competitor targeting doesn't generate enough conversions to justify a separate campaign, so competitor targeting can benefit from a more consolidated approach for most advertisers. Number 4. Craft a high-impact ad copy. Finally, we reached by far the most important part of the video, which is about crafting a high-impact ad copy. I believe this was the key point that helped us significantly improve results with our competitor campaign. So let me break it down for you and show you exactly how we did it. In our ads, we took advantage of pins to control which headlines would appear first and which ones would appear second. In one ad, we used a question in the first headline, like, did you mean my brand, or have you tried my brand? In the second ad, we played on the fact that our competitor's brand name is literally the name of the product we're selling. This strategy works only for competitors with generic brand names. For example, if your competitor's name is Earrings Store, you could try a headline like top-rated earrings store or something like that. The point is that they don't own the term earrings store, since it's a generic phrase, and if it's not trademarked, you're free to use it. However, this approach didn't turn out to be the best solution. While it generated a high click-through rate, the conversion rate was lower. I will show you the results of this split test shortly. For the second headline, and this is the most important part, you need to know your competitors' weaknesses. This requires deep research to uncover those weaknesses and use your headlines to target those specific weaknesses or people's pain points, positioning your product or service or brand as the better alternative. This means that every time people type our competitor's brand name on Google, they're highly likely to spot our ad because we're directly addressing a pain point that our potential customers have with our competitors. Interestingly, ad number 2 has much lower click-through rate, but it delivers a significantly better conversion value to cost, higher conversion rate, and lower cost per conversion. This is another indicator that driving traffic doesn't necessarily equate to driving conversions, and I am again hinting back to the bidding strategy part. To summarize, for headline 1, you have two options. You can either use the have you tried or did you mean approach, or if your competitor's brand name is generic enough, you might experiment incorporating it into your headline. However, if it's a unique or trademarked brand name, I strongly advise against this approach. When it comes to the second headline, this is where you need to do your homework. So how do you find your competitors' weaknesses? To craft winning ad copy, you need to know exactly where your competitors fall short. Start by thoroughly studying their offer. Look at the basics. Are you offering better prices, free trials, better return policy, more features, higher quality or faster shipping? If you have clear advantage at the surface level, make sure to highlight it. But surface level advantages aren't usually enough to create a truly compelling ad. A powerful tactic is to dive deeper into customer feedback and uncover hidden weaknesses. Start by checking out third-party platforms like Trustpilot, Google Reviews, and Facebook Reviews to see what people are actually saying about your competitor's product or service. Take it a step further by exploring platforms like Reddit or Quora. People tend to be brutally honest in these communities, and you'll often uncover patterns of complaints that you wouldn't find anywhere else. Search for threads discussing your competitors and look for common issues like poor customer service, low quality, shipping delays, confusing return policy, etc. etc. Social media comments are another goldmine. Scan the comments under your competitors' Facebook and Instagram posts. Look for any negative feedback or recurring issues that stand out. The same goes for YouTube reviews and the comments under these videos. If people are consistently complaining about something, that could be an opportunity for you. Once you've identified a consistent weakness, build your ad copy around it. If customers are complaining about poor quality, highlight your product's premium materials. If they're frustrated with slow shipping times, emphasize your fast delivery. Addressing these pain points directly in your ad copy makes your offer far more compelling and increases the chances of converting competitor traffic. For example, let's say you sell jewelry, and after analyzing your competitor reviews, you notice that many customers complain that your competitor's jewelry turns their skin green over time. You can counter this in your ad copy with headlines like "No green skin" or "Our jewelry won't tarnish," "Premium quality," "No skin discoloration," and so on. This approach makes your ad directly relevant to people searching for that competitor, to people who are familiar with these pain points, while positioning you as a superior choice. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more Google Ads strategies.